A very good morning, dear children. Welcome back to your SST class. Children, today we are going to finish our chapter 12, our history. Okay, first of all, we will be reading the chapter thoroughly and then I'll explain you the back exercise which is given in your book on page number 82. Okay, children, after reading the chapter loudly, you have to fill all the exercises in your book only. Okay, so let's start reading. Chapter 12, Our History. India has a glorious past, a wonderful history going back nearly 5,000 years. Our history is broadly divided into three periods: the ancient period from prehistory to around 700 CE, the medieval period from 700 CE to about 1750 CE, and the modern period from 1750 CE onwards. The ancient period. Historians or people who study history tell us that there was a very advanced civilization near the Indus River, now in Pakistan, in about 2500 BCE. This was the Indus Valley civilization. It is also called the Harappan civilization because Harappa was the first city to be discovered from this civilization. Mohenjo-daro is another important city which was discovered in this region. The Indus Valley civilization stretched from northwestern India to present-day Pakistan. The Indus Valley people built well-planned cities with important buildings such as the Great Bath in Mohenjo-daro and the Granary in Harappa. Seals, pottery, jewelry, and other remains of the civilization that have been found tell us about the people who lived during this time, about their lives and the things they used. Around 1500 BCE, some tribes came from Central Asia to India. They were called the Indo-Aryans. They drove away the people already living in North India, whom they called Dasas or Dasyus, and settled here. The Aryans grew crops and domesticated animals. They performed open-air ceremonies and sacrifices. As the Vedas were written at this time, this period is also called the Vedic Age. A number of other books such as the epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata and the Upanishads were also written during this period. These books tell us a lot about the people of this time. Powerful kings or Rajans ruled with the help of the Purohita or the royal priest and the Senani or the commander of the army. During this period, there was a number of Janpadas or small kingdoms in North India. Later, most of them were conquered by the rulers of Magadha, which became one of the most powerful kingdoms in North India. In 326 BCE, Alexander, the ruler of Macedonia in Greece, attacked India. He defeated King Porus of Punjab but was very impressed with Porus' bravery. Alexander had to go back as his soldiers were very tired of fighting. He died on his way home in 323 BCE. In 321 BCE, Chandragupta Maurya became the ruler of Magadha. He founded a new empire, the Mauryan Empire, with the help of his advisor Kautilya. Later, his grandson Ashoka became the emperor. Ashoka was a brave ruler. He fought a war against a kingdom called Kalinga. However, he became so upset by the bloodshed and loss of life that he did not fight any war after that. He embraced Buddhism and helped spread it in India and other Asian countries. Ashoka got many rock and pillar inscriptions written and put up in different parts of his empire so that people could read his messages on them. After the Mauryas, the Guptas ruled over India in the 4th and 5th centuries CE. They were very powerful rulers and India became a rich country under them. Some historians call this period the golden age of ancient India. Art and culture made progress. Science, mathematics, astronomy and grammar also developed. The medieval period. By the end of the 7th century CE, the rulers of Central Asia became very powerful. They were attracted to the wealth of the Indian kingdoms. Mahmud of Ghazni and Muhammad Ghori attacked the kingdoms in India, and looted their riches. In 1206 CE, Qutbuddin Aibak became the ruler of North India. He founded a new empire called the Delhi Sultanate. He was followed by powerful rulers like Iltutmish, Razia Sultan, Balban, and Alauddin Khilji. When the Delhi Sultanate declined, North India was divided into many small kingdoms. Babur came to India in 1526 CE and defeated these kingdoms in battle, laying the foundation of Mughal rule in India. After Babur, his son Humayun became the Mughal emperor. He was succeeded by his son Akbar in 1556 CE. Akbar was the greatest Mughal ruler. He conquered a number of kingdoms and brought the greater part of India under his control. After Akbar came Jahangir and then Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan built the famous monument the Taj Mahal at Agra. He was succeeded by his son Aurangzeb, the last important ruler of the Mughal dynasty. The rulers who came after Aurangzeb, called the later Mughals, lost their power gradually. Around this time, in the 18th century CE, other rulers such as the Rajputs, the Marathas, the Sikhs, and the state of Mysore became powerful. The modern period. During the Mughal period, European trading companies had started coming to India. The decline of Mughal rule helped these companies to become more powerful. They started fighting against each other to gain more power. The French, the Portuguese, and the Dutch were all finally defeated by the British. In 1757 CE, the British defeated the Nawab, ruler of Bengal, Sirajud-Dowla, and became the rulers of Bengal. The British, who had come to India as traders, now gradually started taking part in the administration of the country. They soon brought almost the whole of India under their control. The British brought new ideas to our country. They built roads and railway lines. However, the British also exploited the people of India, which made them very unhappy. In 1857, there was a great revolt against the British. But this revolt was crushed and the Queen of England began to rule the Indian Empire. Many educated Indians formed political organizations to free India from British rule. The Indian National Congress was an important organization that led the Indian freedom struggle. Mahatma Gandhi was the most popular leader of the freedom movement. He organized a number of movements to force the British to leave India. He used peaceful methods of protest such as Satyagraha, which was based on the principles of truth and non-violence. After a lot of struggle and loss of many lives, India finally became an independent country free from foreign rule on 15 August 1947. Let's recall. Number 1. The Indus Valley civilization developed in northwestern India and present-day Pakistan. 2. Around 1500 BC, the Indo-Aryans came to India from Central Asia. 3. The Indo-Aryans formed a number of Janpadas or small kingdoms. Magadha became the most powerful of these Janpadas. 4. The Delhi Sultanate and the Mughal Empire were powerful empires in India. 5. After the Mughals, the British began ruling India, but the Indians were unhappy under them because the British exploited the Indians. 6. Indians started a movement to gain freedom from British rule. Mahatma Gandhi was the most important leader of this movement. 7. India became free from British rule on 15 August 1947. So children, you also have to read the chapter thoroughly. आपको अच्छे से चैप्टर रीड करना है और आपको एक काम और करना है. आपने नोटिस किया होगा कि मैंने सभी पेजेस में कुछ लाइंस हाईलाइट की हुई हैं बाय यूजिंग अ हाइलाइटर. आपके पास हाइलाइटर है तो आप उसका यूज़ कीजिए, अदरवाइज़ आप पेंसिल का भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं. जो लाइंस मैंने हाईलाइट की हुई हैं सभी पेजेस में, आप स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिएगा सभी पेजेस का, और जिस पेज पर मैंने जो लाइंस हाईलाइट की हुई हैं आपको भी इन लाइंस को हाईलाइट करना है बाय यूजिंग अ हाइलाइटर. अगर आपके पास हाइलाइटर नहीं है देन यू कैन यूज़ अ पेंसिल ऑल्सो, तो आप अंडरलाइन करेंगे, ठीक है. लेकिन जो लाइंस मैंने हाईलाइट की हैं प्लीज़ इनको सभी बच्चे हाईलाइट करेंगे. दीज आर द important lines of this chapter and you have to learn these lines, you have to remember these lines, okay, you have to keep these lines in your mind. आपको अच्छे से याद रखनी है, अच्छे से लर्न करनी है ये लाइंस, ठीक है. तो ये कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट लाइंस है. चैप्टर पूरा रीड करने के बाद ये जो लाइंस आप हाईलाइट करेंगे इनको आप 3 टाइम्स पढ़ेंगे स्टार्टिंग से, ओके. नाउ लेट्स सी द एक्सरसाइज which is given on page number 82. Exercise number 1, fill in the blanks. A. People of the Indus Valley civilization built dash cities. B. The Indo-Aryans grew crops and dash animals. C. Ashoka embraced dash after the war against Kalinga. D. Mahmud of Ghazni and dash attacked the kingdoms in India. E. India finally became an independent country on dash. तो आपको रीडिंग के बाद ये फिल करेंगे तो आपके लिए बहुत इजी रहेगा, ठीक है. एक्सरसाइज नंबर 2, मैच द कॉलम्स. आपको दोनों कॉलम्स अच्छे से रीड करने हैं और मैच करने हैं. एक्सरसाइज नंबर 3, राइट ट्रू और फॉल्स. A. Mohenjo-daro was the first city of the Indus Valley civilization to be discovered. Is it true or false? B. The Indo-Aryans came from Central Asia. C. Ashoka spread Buddhism in India and other Asian countries. D. Jahangir built the Taj Mahal at Agra. E. The Indians defeated the British in 1857. आपको सेंटेंसेस पढ़ने हैं और बताना है कि ये स्टेटमेंट ट्रू है या फॉल्स. आपको पढ़ के ही पता चल जाएगा कि ये ट्रू है या फॉल्स है, ठीक है, और आपको लिख देना है. एक्सरसाइज नंबर 4, चूज द करेक्ट आंसर. ए. वी लर्न अबाउट द इंडस वैली पीपल फ्रॉम सील्स, पॉटरी, ज्वेलरी, ऑल ऑफ दीज. यू हैव टू चूज अ करेक्ट आंसर एंड टिक दैट वन. बी. Which of these became the most powerful kingdom in North India? Kalinga, Magadha, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro. C. Who was the greatest Mughal ruler? Babar, Humayun, Akbar, Shah Jahan. Who was the greatest Mughal ruler? D. Who was the last important Mughal ruler? लास्ट इम्पोर्टेंट मुग़ल रूलर बताना है आपको. अलाउद्दीन खिलजी, रज़िया सुल्तान, औरंगज़ेब या बलबन, जो लास्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट मुग़ल रूलर था. ई. विच यूरोपियन ट्रेडर्स बिकेम मोस्ट पावरफुल आफ्टर द डिक्लाइन ऑफ द मुगल्स? द ब्रिटिश, द डच, द फ्रेंच, द पोर्तुगीज़. इनमें से कौन सी यूरोपियन कंपनी थी, ट्रेडर्स थे यूरोपियन जो मुगल्स के डिक्लाइन के बाद पावर में आए, जो पावरफुल हो गए, जिन्होंने रूल किया इंडिया पर. ओके. सो चिल्ड्रन, आपको ये एक्सरसाइज करनी है अपनी बुक में ही, एक्सरसाइज नंबर 1, 2, 3 एंड 4. लेकिन उससे पहले आप क्या करेंगे, अच्छे से रीडिंग करेंगे. चैप्टर को 1 टाइम आपको अच्छे से रीड करना है, ठीक है, लाउडली रीड करना है. उसके बाद आपको हाईलाइट करनी है लाइंस, और फिर वो जो हाईलाइट करेंगे आप लाइंस, उनको 3 टाइम्स रीड करना है, ठीक है. सो दिस इज योर होमवर्क फॉर टुडे. Thank you children. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe and keep smiling.